Hi guys and gals and kittens, and welcome to the I Need a Magic show. In this video I'm going to create a full stack app, starting out with literally nothing. I do have a database. It's called Chinook. For those having seen my previous YouTube videos, you have probably seen it half a dozen times, if not even more. I'm going to go to create, I'm going to go to CRUD generator, and then I'm going to choose this Chinook database, and then I'm going to do only album and artists, and I don't want to have distincts or aggregates or search. But I do want to have CRUD HTTP endpoints wrapping all tables. Now I do actually have that. I go to HyperID, modules and Chinook, and I can immediately retrieve items, as you can see here now. This is the get endpoint, but I also have put and post and delete and all that beautiful stuff. Now on my clipboard I actually have a fairly long prompt, which basically just, if you look carefully at it, basically just contains the authentication HTTP endpoint as an OpenAPI specification. This thing being, replaced by my Cloudlet's base URL, right? And then in addition, it tells the AI to use the get OpenAPI specification to get the OpenAPI specification for my Chinook module that I just created. Now I realize I started out with nothing. I only had a database and that was it. And then let's see what it's doing. Okay, so it retrieved the OpenAPI specification. It has generated an HTML file now, and now I gotta tell it to continue until done, to nudge it such that it creates my main.css and app.js files. And now it is done, and we can play around with it. So let's open this guy in a different browser window and see how it looks like. Well, I mean, the login form could be better, right? This one isn't too bad actually. Let's see if we can page. Next, 2 out of 28. Notice the speed, right? I mean, this is the HTTP Web API. This is Hyperlambda, right? This and Hyperlambda, of course, is actually faster than Entity Framework. Let's try to see if we can sort. Okay, sorting seems to work. I guess we should go to page 1 to really test sorting. But it seems to be working. It's capable of sorting by name at the very least, not artist ID for some reasons. Let's see what works in albums. Let's see if we can filter by albums. Walls. What happens now if we click the filter button? It's correctly filtering. Let's try to delete balls to the walls, and it couldn't delete. So okay, there are some bugs, right? But in general terms, this actually kind of works. I would use it as is for obvious reasons. But hey, we created a secure CRUD app that requires the user to log in before he can actually access the HTTP Web API's content. And let me just show you in HyperID here, modules, Chinook, as you can see here now, album.get actually is requiring authentication. So if I were somehow trying to hack around this, there's no way I could get to this information without a valid username and a password. So the generation process of the HTML and JavaScript and CSS took about 2.5 minutes. Creating the CRUD API took me literally 1 second. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.